Welcome to another episode of Lifestyle After 5 Futurism. I am your host, Ali Sheikh Muhammad, along with my main man, Lord Shu.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back. It's another week of futurism news on a good Monday. Hope
We
everybody
got a good
weekend
show.
was good.
We got a good show planned for you. You know, they used to say
Yeah,
my day the block is hot. Now Fitbit is hotter in your Apple Watches and your Samsungs.
yep.
Today we talking about your smartphone could be testifying against you in court. And not just your smartphone, your cell phone. They even got the digital rings now, your
Yep.
scales, OnStar. Anything digital can be used against you, can and will be used against you in court. You have no privacy. You're watched 24 hours a day.
Pretty much. Might as well be surveillance like security for real. But y'all know how we coming. Of course, if you're watching this from YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up and continue to watch and listen to the important information we're about to give you today. And if you like what we're talking about, don't forget to leave a comment because you know we're reading them. We've been getting comments on the 2.0 page, and we appreciate that. All the new subscribers that's been coming in on both pages. So let's get into segment one from fitness tracker to Fed Tech. So what's good, Ali?
So AI wearables now collect biometric data 24/7, heart rate, sleep, GPS, conversation. And in the
Mm,
case of my watch, it even tells me if I'm snoring and gives me a recording to say, hey, yeah, you were snoring. This how you sound last night. You can literally damn near run an EKG on your watch to detects your heart rhythm.
yeah, that's
It can
pretty
be very
fire.
helpful. I know I use that data. It's very good in sharing with health. Like I use it my scale. I got a scale that'll give me a whole body reading and tell me if I'm out, which muscles are out of line, am I standing straight or whatever. And then I can take that information, I can convert it into things such as Chat GPT or DeepSeek or whatever, and have it customize my workouts to help straighten me up or to make the weaker muscles stronger. So it can be very useful, but it can be a bad tool.
Yeah, like with these murder trials that's happening in pretty much all over the US. This information that these Apple Watches are taking, the data that comes in it, police now using them to basically catch you slipping. We talk about sovereignty on this channel a lot, and this is pretty much like what we preach on here now. And your information is valuable. I mean, where you put it is going to make or break whether you uh, become a puppet essentially in the system or you become a sovereign person using this information.
Definitely so, because police now can subpoena wearable data
Yeah,
more than a cell phone. Now they say that's better than a cell phone.
yeah,
That's your wearable. When they look and they see that you had on a Fitbit watch or an Apple Watch, Samsung watch,
yeah. They're
they can
checking the
detect
same
heart
day.
rate. If a murder occurred and you was supposed to be at home in bed sleeping
Yeah,
at
but you
9 o'clock,
running.
so they check the data and they show you exercise and you up there running like hell at nine
Yeah.
o'clock.
What
You
were you
wasn't asleep.
doing, bro?
It didn't show you didn't go to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yep.
and they can prove that with your data.
And then not even on your ring doorbell, but say you running down the street and then somebody else ring doorbell see it. They gonna pull that information and share it with the police without consent, which is, just more lawsuits for you, more cases against you.
I know when I was in North Carolina, somebody dropped some propane tanks in a field in front of my house,
Yeah,
and police knocked on the door to see my ring. They got a door camera, ring door camera,
right.
to see. They saw who did it, but they couldn't read the plates. But you got to watch
Yeah.
out.
Pretty
You know,
much the whole block is surveillance now.
in smart homes with AI now log your voice commands as searchable transcripts.
Yeah, so be careful. I mean, I remember these homes, smart homes, starting off like Bang& Olufsen speakers built into them and the TVs, and you could control all that from like tablets and your voice and stuff. Be careful.
Oh yeah.
It looked tight, but yeah, next thing you know, you be somebody star witness, bro. So we gonna get into the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. I don't know if y'all been checking out our YouTube, but we definitely have a veteran with those glasses among us. Ali been wearing them on
I
his
don't have
Facebook,
them near me. I should have brought them. If you checked out my social medias, I was rocking my metal Ray Bans
looking
last
cool as
yesterday.
hell.
I'll probably put
Just
them on
fire.
later now. I actually
Facts.
need to. You can put a prescription in them, and so I actually need to put a prescription in my metal Ray Bans.
What?
They're pretty
See,
cool. I like them.
this man futuristic as hell, y'all. He don't just be calling himself AI Ali for nothing, man. The man is a walking computer.
You got to get the Ray Bans if you don't have them.
Yeah, but just be careful with them, cause I mean, yeah, they cool for like social media, but them glasses track what you see, say, and what you hear.
Exactly, they surely do.
Yeah.
And Alexa has recorded have been used in divorce and domestic abuse cases. So
Mm,
you saying, "Hey, I didn't hit her. I didn't cheat her." Cheat.
yeah.
Alexa's coming straight out. Oh yeah, you had somebody in there. You were cheating on this day. She went to work. I know because she said bye to me, and I heard you in the other room when you
Yep.
brought in this lady. I think this is her name.
Look, they got the vocal recordings, the whole conversation. I noticed sometimes my iPhone, like I won't have to say, "Hey Siri," that little bubble pop up like Siri listening. I'm
Mhm.
like, what do you I didn't even call you. Just be cool, y'all. Turn your phone off. I started doing that at nighttime, daytime. Just be cool,
Yeah, I
man.
mean, but even when you're cutting it off, they can still ping
Oh
in
yeah.
certain situations.
Don't you know it? It's only so much you could do unless you put that mug outside for real. Then the block is gonna be listening to the block then. So be wary, good people. This ain't your grandma snitch. This snitch charge getting charges overnight, essentially.
So we had talked about it in for several episodes. We talked about cities like Atlanta. I know for sure being a smart city, which means that they are wired up and they got cameras and listening devices everywhere throughout the downtown. But that makes us a target, especially if you black. Black bodies, bigger targets. AI
Yep,
face recognition misidentifies black faces up to 100x more than any other races. And that's according to the NIST 2023 study that they cited in 2025.
that's crazy. Yo, that's kind of scary just to think about. I mean, for a moment, you pretty much are like automatically chosen over people who are more fit to the crime, and just because of a certain type of race you are. So that's just like takes me back where parents used to be like, "Oh yeah, I ain't they gonna target you more, so you got to be extra careful when you go out and stuff like that."
Mhm.
So, and I mean, wearables used by parole officers to monitor location, sleep, and heart rate. That should already tell you that these people are not playing around. They're gonna track you any way that they can, make it a trend, and you'll be in the middle of it, giving away your data, giving away your freedom against your will at times because you may have committed a crime anyway. So, and that becomes your whole life.
Predictive policing layered with AI and wearable devices is a dangerous
Yeah,
combination. I never
straight up.
thought about it being on parole, where now with the watch data, it's not only monitoring are you at home or not. Now they can monitor if you sleep, if you
Yeah,
awake, and some of the activities that you're doing.
yeah. They're gonna be, why you up in the middle of the night? Like, what are you planning? What are you plotting? You know what I'm saying? You can't. You basically just sit in there and just be monitored at all times. Like, no matter where you go or how good you do, is this, like I said, this just becomes your life. I mean, there's LA cases where black teens arrested based on faulty GPS movement patterns. And we talked about the software that these police, you know, departments be using to catch people, and it just goes straight to you because you black. You ain't even did nothing. You just at the house, eating popcorn, watching Netflix or something. So be cool, y'all. Be aware of the tools you have, because we do talk about futurism, but be sovereign, have power over these tools. Don't let them be taking all your information and
Well,
storing it God knows where.
they always put them in low income communities.
Exactly.
And technically, that's where sometimes there is crime there, but they haven't been successful that I've seen any case where it has lowered the crime rate, having them.
You feel me? If anything, it's just like a video game for them. They, oh yeah, this is the hot spot. We need to go here because it's gonna go down over here. But really ain't nothing super going down like that no more. I mean, just think about it. All the stuff that is becoming legal now, and then on top of that, there's so all these different forms of data being stolen, and then like Ali said with smart cities, you pretty much being watched at all times anyway. So it's surveillance tax. Just they're gonna put it in the hood first, obviously, like he said, and then if it's a
Hmm.
major city, it's even worse. So be cool, because the insurance company now even using fitness data to raise premiums, and black people more impacted due to systemic health disparities. I mean, high blood pressure. They're gonna expect us to be in the gym if we got some type of like positive influence at that. Like, it don't matter what you do.
You need to check out Gary Brecker on YouTube and he tells you how the insurance companies uses your data. And even the Department of Justice, they got a new pilot program in 3 cities where they testing AI tracking for at-risk youth. I
Yeah.
mean, they want to track you all the way to prison.
Yeah, shout out to the pipeline, man. I mean, it ain't never been about safety for real, anyways. I mean, if that's the case, when we were policing ourselves, wouldn't be no problems, right?
We definitely need to get to policing
Yeah,
ourselves.
nah, facts. Uh, if you are in our newsletter, which if you're not, you should be. I don't know what you're doing, but we talked about on our next episode for infrared with MD Red. That's gonna be what the full episode is about, is self policing. Because like he said on the episode, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You ain't got to
And
be
if you
worried about
police
these people.
yourself, you don't need nobody else coming in there helping you out policing.
You
There's
did.
no need for police if you ain't got crime going on and you watching your own neighborhood.
Exactly. So let's get into this last segment, man.
So who owns your body data? That's a great question. And
Right.
I don't know. Data from wearable is owned by the company, not the user.
Yep.
So they can
So
use
any
your
company.
data however they choose to. They can sell it, experiment with it.
Yeah. I mean, just recently, and this is real life with Pokemon Go. They talked about how they sold the data to Pokemon Go to either an Arabian company or a Russian company. Can't remember off the top of my head, but all of that. Think about that. The entire United States and pretty much any country that downloaded Pokemon Go, and people are this. This is geographic data. People are going to look for these Pokemon in different places. All that data belongs to a company now that have nothing to do with the game. Has nothing to do with playing Pokemon or catching Pokemon. So yeah,
They,
this is relevant warning right now.
and the terms and risks rarely ever mention the risk of being subpoenaed in court.
Yeah.
Well, in true, 80, which is kind of higher than what I expected, lower than what I expected. 88% of the users never even read the terms and agreement. I mean, I've been guilty of not reading them all.
Well, we got AI now, so we always come with the tools and the actions you could take. So what you can do is take these pages, and my favorite AI tool to do that is Micropilot or Microsoft Copilot. So basically, you can just open up the link or the PDF or the web page and literally type in Copilot. Hey, can you summarize and make anything that is important that I should look at? You need to make it stand out so that I know exactly what is going
I do
on in
that with
there.
Chat GPT whenever I get some. I'll take a picture of it and put it in there.
Smart. See, he took the picture, which is good too. It's gonna analyze that information, spit it back out to you in a way that you understand, and make you aware of stuff that goes against what could be your rights as a user. So never just, hey, I'm gonna just trust this company, because you don't know these people. I mean, Apple and Google collaborate with federal law enforcement under the FISA loopholes. Not sure what that is, FISA loopholes. If y'all know, let us know in the comments. But just the fact that they collaborate with the feds is enough. That's enough for me to be like, maybe I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe I should put this in the chat. Like, Ali said, take a picture.
Even TikTok and Meta now is trying to test your emotions in their smartwatches and
That's
use that
crazy,
data.
man. Yeah, and then you know how it goes. You go to any third party apps, they stay data stay leaking on third party apps on black web, so or dark web. So yeah, just if even though the website might be selling something, and it's like one of these companies that popped up from like, oh, this Instagram, we selling this thing. Soon as that data gets stolen or that company goes up, they selling that information to someone else.
Like 23andMe.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, 23andMe, Pokemon Go. We done named two examples already in this episode.
Like they say, your body is the product and your pain is the price.
Yep, man, it's so crazy though. I mean, after a while, y'all will start to realize like we've given y'all too much data, and now it's important for y'all to don't just be afraid or oh man, they just telling us to scare us. Like, nah, this is information. This is data. We giving y'all information to use for research, how to make the most out of these tools and such. So don't think, oh, this is like a fear thing. This we giving you the data. Now, if you're scared, then it probably means you're behind. So use this information to catch up. So let's get into our last segment, reclaiming our tech freedom. Like you say, we always gotta have an action plan.
That's really a tricky because things are changing so fast
Exactly.
on that. And really, is there any way to really reclaim your tech freedom? But I would definitely look at ways to know the risks out there. You
Hmm.
know, now you freedom of speech can get you canceled. There is nothing you have the right to freedom to say it,
Yeah.
but you also have the freedom to accept the consequences that's
Yeah.
gonna come with it.
We talk about them laws on this channel, them universal laws, man. Where every cause there's an effect.
So no, you got to turn around. You know that they're collecting your data. You got to be careful in what you put out there and who you communicate with. And there are a lot of deep fakes that are created to try to use this data, which we'll talk about in another episode.
Hmm. Yeah, it's coming. The digital twins and the deep fakes. Y'all gotta really understand your data rights first and foremost. I think just overall understanding what your rights are as internet user, really just anyone dealing with data. Learn, understand your rights. That's a first and foremost.
And you got to realize this is brand new, so laws haven't been fully implemented for a lot of this stuff yet.
Yep. So get involved. Get involved in your local government if it really come down to it as well. I would say um
Now, the privacy tools, things to consider setting up to enhance your privacy. For instance, disable unnecessary data sharing for your devices and apps.
for sure. Also, you can explore apps that prioritize user privacy and offer end-to-end encryption for your data.
So, and then too, you need to advocate for stronger privacy laws.
Yeah, that's definitely probably the biggest thing. If you get involved with local politics and just figuring out the structure, how your government works locally all the way to the federal level, you can get more involved in what laws that they're passing and what bills going into that process because it shouldn't be a surprise. Most of this stuff that's happening is like a surprise, which is it's too much information on the internet. So even if you watch this and you get in surprised, just keep digging, do a deep dive one day. But there's public support for such laws that can drive change. I mean, just stay informed and voice your opinions to your representatives.
Yep. But until then, keep rocking with us, and we're gonna keep you abreast of everything that's going on.
Facts. This is pretty much where we gonna come back every Monday and Wednesday with information like this. We always going to be proactive in protecting our digital identities and advocating for a more private and secure digital world. So y'all keep watching these episodes. If this episode was helpful to you, y'all know what to do. Share this with somebody you think it'll help, and comment. Let us know, how are you protecting yourself, and what information do you know about what's going on with these laws, or if there's one particular bill that may be passing that we should all look at. I think it's important for us to have communication with this type of stuff. So y'all know where we at, aliafter5.com. You can subscribe to our newsletter, get more information like this. And as always, we're going to be dropping YouTube videos forever about these types of topics. So
All types of
appreciate y'all.
information. Okay.
Facts.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.